Be ready, start. Once the code of discipline is applicable to the industry, it is that code that must be followed. The code of discipline does not provide for determining the majority character of the union by secret ballot. It is then open to a court exercising its extraordinary jurisdiction to substitute a procedure for determining the representative character of the union by one not provided for by the code of discipline and not agreed to by all the relevant parties. The judgment of the division bench proceeded on the assumption that the predominant feature of the code of discipline was to provide for recognition on the basis of criteria of majority, and how that majority can be ascertained was incidental to the main scheme, and that the device of secret ballot would not be derogatory to the scheme of the code of discipline. What the court did was to read a procedure for determining the majority character of the union not provided for by the code of discipline. The learned bench also did not examine the procedure laid down in the code of discipline to test the argument whether the method of secret ballot was in consonance with the procedure for verification of membership to determine the majority character of the union. This important aspect was neither considered nor answered by the learned division bench. We will refer to that procedure wish list answering the other questions which have been referred. Once the code of discipline applies to the industry and the parties had agreed to follow the code of discipline, it is really not open to a court to substitute its judgment in place of the agreed procedure for ascertaining the majority of the union as provided for in the code of discipline, whatever may be the merits or demerits of the verification procedure. The right to provide a methodology is in the legislature and failing legislation in the executive. A writ court can issue direction so as to make the relief to be granted effective. It cannot, however, by its judgment decide as to what is the best method when the method is already laid down by the competent organ under the Constitution. At the highest, if the method is challenged, it can, if grounds are available, declare the same as being unconstitutional. In our opinion, the law as laid down in ONGC is contrary to the procedure for verification of membership as provided for in the Code of Discipline, and consequently the judgment in ONGC stands overruled. Para. Question number 1 may now be considered and answered. In the first instance, we may refer to some aspects of the Code of Discipline. The Code of Discipline lays down criteria for recognition of union by the management and is purely voluntary. This was in terms of the resolution adopted by the Indian Labour Conference. This was adopted by all major public sector undertakings and the various labor federations. A procedure for verification of membership of unions to determine their representative character was also approved by the sending labor committee. All this has been brought together in the form of a brochure. The Code of Discipline provides for recognition of 1A union claiming to be recognized as representative union for an industry as a whole in the local area, or 2. Claiming recognition as the majority union in an establishment. The procedure for recognition is set out in paragraph 4 to 8 of the said code. It is not necessary to reproduce all those clauses, but we may refer to clauses pertaining to membership. Clause 9 reads as under stop